It was for sure intentional. Like, what are we talking about? Y'all see the same play that I was seeing? He hit him like it was a football play, like Ray Lewis coming across the middle or something. It is what it is. Grant no better than that. There's no place in the game for that. I thought JT and Grant was friends. I guess not.
I've been meaning to get into this topic for a while. I've always felt when I watch other sports, why is it that basketball seems to have such a limit when it comes to the physicality of players and what they could do? It's obviously not boxing in terms of the dangers of football, even a hockey, but these aren't little kids playing on the court. These are grown men. They should be allowed to exert some type of physicality without it turning into a whole debacle within the media. I'm going to play what Grant Williams had to say about the foul, but a couple of things. Yes, I know you don't want a 2004 Pistons-Pacers brawl to happen again, and I'm also aware that old school version of the NBA, you were allowed to play very physical. The game changed. There's a clip of Adam Silver talking with KG about it, how they didn't think it was an appealing brand to basketball for the fans to watch. And it's up to people like myself and anyone else out there who has some sort of platform or just feels this way possibly in general to actually say something, because yes, you don't want players knocked out unconscious and it turns into a whole brawl, as I was saying before. But where the NBA has taken this with the extreme measures of cracking down on any kind of hard foul or play that is deemed quote-unquote outside of basketball, it's not as fun as it used to be from a competitive standpoint. And to be honest with you, this may sound like a hot take, I think Grant Williams should have just got a regular foul and you keep it moving. I don't even think he should have got hit with a technical, flagrant, or ejected. I would have loved to see regular foul, take it out of bounds, let's continue. I'm going to play what Grant Williams had to say, and then I'll come back with my take on it.
Probably a hard foul, definitely not intentional, not trying to hurt him by any means. We all know that's one of my closest friends in the league, and as you see, he got up and just walked away, and then I got up, asked for help, and raised my hand like I thought it was a foul. JB kind of escalated it, but I understand he's trying to protect his teammate and stuff like that, but that's my dog. No matter what, I got his back, and I didn't mean to try and, I don't know, he won't take a survey. He'll text me later tonight, but it wasn't that bad.
Did JB have any words with you? Did you guys talk after?
No, not yet. I think he doesn't think it was a basketball play, which I think that's what he commented or something like that, which I can maybe see just in terms of because he didn't see me. But it's a similar thing, if you see somebody in transition and I reach across his body, I make decent contact with him, so I understand how maybe a blind side. He was more surprised than anything else, but it wasn't like I took him out or took his leg out or did anything else. We've seen way worse in the league.
The only thing I would push back on is clearly this looked like an intentional play. I don't think he just happened to run into Jayson Tatum and he didn't see him coming. Outside of that, nonetheless, it was just a hard foul. It's not like he chopped him midair and Jayson Tatum landed on his back or awkwardly. That's the kind of play where I say, all right, you can hit him with a flagrant, a tech, eject him, whatever you want to call it. Or it's not like he chopped under his legs or purposely dove into his knee. Those are football kind of plays. As NBA fans and the league itself, oftentimes our judgment gets too clouded with the concern of what possibly could be a freak accident or injury that is rare but still has a slim chance of happening. It's also a huge reason why the NBA had a flopping issue, where players were taking advantage of the rules. They know how soft the game is being called. They snap their head back a little bit. They could get that offensive foul on the opposing team. The NBA saw that players were taking too much advantage of this, and they had to create the slopping rule now. That rule wouldn't be needed if you let the players play a little bit more physical, even just a tad bit. Now let me read some of the tweets that Draymond Green had to say about this. He had a strong opinion. Here's one. Thinking a blindside hit on your mans is a smile-worthy offense means one of two things. You have zero awareness or you a goofy, and both make you a goofy. As you saw in the clip, Grant Williams was smiling. I don't think he was smiling because he was trying to taunt him. It was just more, look guys, this is not really a huge thing as you're making it out to be. He even said Jayson Tatum just walked away. It wasn't a big deal, and then Jaylen Brown had to hop in to defend his teammate. I see both sides of it. Continuing on, Draymond Green said, Grant Williams saying it's not intentional fouling JT like that is mad wild, and he's smiling about it. Okay, yeah, that's the part that I addressed. It was an intentional foul. It looked that way from the clip that I saw. Y'all can tell me in the comment section, do you believe it's intentional? I say it is. If you don't agree, let me know why, and if you do, you could just say it anyways. Continuing on, Draymond Green says he mad at JT about something. Laugh out loud. Then he puts the emoticon for a wedding ring. and a surprise emoticon face. He's talking about the championship that the Boston Celtics won. And for people who don't know, Grant Williams was drafted by the Boston Celtics in 2019. He was traded in the summer of 2023. So he was on the team when they went to the NBA Finals in 2022. They lost to the Golden State Warriors. Draymond is saying that you didn't get to stick around to win that championship, and that's why you fouled him that hard. I don't know about that. That's a very interesting claim. Then again, Draymond is an NBA player. Maybe he knows a little bit more than what we do, but that is a very strong assumption, to say the least. And then he goes on to say he was supposed to keep him in Boston. Laugh out loud. JT got a ring, and dude let his frustrations out about it. Again, y'all let me know in the comment section if you agree with Draymond Green. What makes this dynamic even more layered is, one, Draymond Green, obviously, as we know, has a reputation of making a lot of hard fouls and questionable plays that get him in trouble, suspension, technical fouls. And recently, Joe Mazzulla, the coach of the Boston Celtics, said he wants to see fighting back in the NBA.
I always say that. I get what Joe's trying to get at, and more so what he's saying is the intensity.
Yeah.
And like guys getting testy. Like we take so much of that out of the game today. And so I think that's what he's getting at. But like actual physical fights, Joe, I'm here to petition against you and say, no, we're not doing that, because where that almost led me, my man, I don't want none of that. I'm cool. Y'all can have the fight, Joe. I'm gonna leave that to Joe.
This may have been a chess move on Draymond's part. If you come out and say, yeah, I'm with Joe Mazzulla, let's bring back fighting, it's going to add on to what the reputation already is when it comes to his image. Me personally, I don't see Draymond as a bad guy or this person that some people may believe he is. I do understand though why he would take this position. And to get into more specifically about what Joe Mazzulla said with bringing back fighting in the NBA, it's a double-edged sword. What I mean is, it can put some sort of subliminal message on a subconscious level to the referees to, hey, we're a Boston Celtics team that wants to play hard. Let us play. Don't call these ticky-tack stuff that the NBA wants. And then on the other end, if I'm an opposing player and I hear Joe Mazzulla say, yo, let's bring back fighting, I'm going to be a lot more excited to put more emphasis on boxing out my opponent, getting up in the grill of a Celtics player and being an irritant on defense. Maybe even creating a little space by raising my arms, my elbow, showing that I'm not afraid to try to assert my dominance.
The game got really physical. What was your take? How did you guys handle it?
I loved it. It was great. It was tremendous. Physical game. Guys handled it well. Great poise, great execution. Wouldn't have it any other way.
You don't like to see Tatum get trucked like that.
I don't like to see him. I'm glad that he's fine. What I liked most was just how he jumped right up, didn't lay around, didn't really phase him. Just he went right up, went to the free throw line, did his business. So I don't like the fact that he did it, but I'm happy he was okay. But I'm more happy how he responded to it. Just get up, move on to the next play, and the team responded well too. So it's a credit to him.
That's where I'm going to leave things at. That's a perfect response that Joe Mazzulla gave. Jayson Tatum just popped off the floor. It was nothing. You didn't hear Joe Mazzulla trying to say that Grant Williams is a dirty player. He needs to be suspended, and there's no room for that in the league. It's a hard foul. He said he loved it. I'm glad that he still stuck to his position when it came to wanted fights in the NBA, or really just the physicality. You could say that that's what he was alluding to, and it didn't seem like he switched up that position based on this response. Hit me up in the comment section, man. Let me know how you're feeling about all of this. Do you think Grant Williams should have been ejected, or should he have been kept in the game? As I was saying, that's where I stand on things. All right, let me know. And as always, salute for listening, and peace.